Hey everybody, it's the American Samurai, Bucky749, back again with another comic book review. We're going to be looking at the second issue of The World of Smallville. This was part of a 4-issue miniseries that came out in 1988, the same year I was born. I was born April 9th, 1988. Though weirdly enough, the first issue's copyright is, and I wanted to make sure of this because I actually did go back and look at it. Yeah, it's 1987, so I guess they wrote the first issue a year before this was before it went to the stand. The entire series actually all came out in the same year, so yeah, thought I'd get that out there way. So yeah, so this continues the story of Ma Kent. Once again, we have John Byrne as our writer, Kurt Schaffenberger on pencils, Alfredo Alicia as inks, Carrie Spiegel on letters, Petra Scott on coloring, and Mike Collar on editor. So we actually get a lot more Superman in this one, and we're going to hear the rest of the story of Ma Kent's first husband, Dan Foreman, and the events that led up to his death. Because he, no spoilers here, this is going to be the issue where Dan does end up dying of his cancer, sadly. Though that was pretty obvious that was going to happen. Yeah. Though we do get to see some interesting character stuff too. Like we can see him here. We can see Paul or Jonathan Kent at the thing. He was big into sci-fi, so I imagine he probably bought a lot of sci-fi pulp magazines. So there's some irony in the fact that he ends up raising an alien superhero. And I think in later incarnations of this, he was a big fan of the Justice Society of America. I want to say, I think his favorite was Green Lantern, but I could be wrong, and it might have been the Flash. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below if you remember who Jonathan Kent's favorite member of the Justice Society of America was. For all I know, it might have been the Atom. But anyways, yeah, so this is where her husband dies. But yeah, so we actually get the rest of that story. And then we find out about, I think the land they're living on is the Kent farm. But we do find out that it was about 6 months later that Jonathan Kent did finally propose to Martha. And then through several attempts, they were unable to have a child of their own. And then the big blizzard happened. Before the blizzard, they actually found young Kal-El, who would become Clark's capsule. And of course, made up the famous story. And the way this issue ends, which shows that the next issue would focus. Essentially, we get to see Lana find out about Clark's true identity of being both Superman, or at the time that she would have known him, Superboy, and Clark Kent. So yeah, the next issue would be Stolen Souls. Yeah, if you guys know, Lana Lane, I think in Superboy had a few different alter egos that she had as well. So yeah, overall, really good story. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was an interesting read. Another 5 out of 5. I enjoyed reading both issues, and I'll have to get my hands on the other two. And maybe when I do, I'll review those. But I thought it was pretty interesting to hear this, read this story. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't a Superman story. It was a Mom and Pa Kent story. And I think that made it interesting. So overall, I enjoyed both issues. 5 out of 5 for me. I think if you can find the World of Smallville, I think it's worth picking up and reading. I'm not a Superman fan, and I've never claimed to be one, but I still enjoy both these stories, and I think anyone who enjoys good writing, good reading, a good story will enjoy this too. Yeah, like I never knew Jonathan Kent was a big sci-fi guy, so I think it's kind of ironic that he ends up raising an alien. Alright, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new. Hope you enjoyed this Booktube comic review of The World of Smallville, Issue 2. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground and keep your nose in the book, and I'll see you next time. Comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you're new, and I'll see you next time.